It's the day before a game, so we're training at the St Kilda Sea Bars just as a sort of a freshen up session. It's not the usual captain's run we have before a game, but then again it's nice to have just something that's a bit different, so it's very nice for the blokes on this side of town, which they seem to push a little harder for. So I'll name names, Watson, Gumbleton, they seem to want to get it across here. Hooker, yeah, it's good. Not a long session, but we get what we need out of it, and yeah, it's good. Yeah, the build-up's been tough, I think, because obviously with everything's going on off the field, it's going to take its toll on players, in different ways. And I think the main thing is that we all stick together and concentrate on, a big game on Friday night, and to go into a game where we can win if we play the way we want to play is exciting. I'm the best handballer at the footy club. This morning we had the team meeting, and Purdy obviously finishes off with the way we want to play on game day. So they've got a very, very good midfield. So we've got to match them in, our attack on the ball and our intensity in that. So he sort of goes through what he wants from us, and then we go into our mids meeting with Simon Goodwin, and he'll sort of run through more specific about the way us as midfielders want to play.
Yeah, look, we've certainly strategically gone about Buddha's week. Last week we feel it's very difficult to play 22 weeks in the contest and the role that he's been able to play. So we played him as a sub last week with the intention that he's going to play on Selwood. It's a great matchup for Heath. He's terrific in the contest, Selwood. We understand that he is starting to get more ball forward of the centre and influences the game greatly. So he's someone that we really want to shut out of the game. Heath's strength is being able to take quality players out of the game, and he's been able to do that for us this year in a number of times in big games.
It's been quite a big 6 weeks with everything that's gone on off the field, but to the club's credit and the players' credit, we've stuck together and we've actually been playing some good footy and working together, which has been great. It's been tough for some players who have had to go into SADA and have their interview, and it's obviously an emotional thing to be under the pressure of a pretty significant interview. And they started with the leadership group, so I had my interview this week, and it's a tough emotional ride because it's something new, very foreign. I can't say I've ever been in an interview before of that calibre, so it takes a lot out of you, but our job is to play football, so we're just really conscious of looking after each other and also just focusing on a game this Friday night against Geelong. Let's go. Come on. Good boy. Yeah, the day before a game, it's just about freshening up your mind for the challenge that you're going to face tomorrow, and that might be we've done a bit of touch just to get the footy side of things going. We've had a meeting about how we want to play. Then we've done our recovery, which is crucial for being prepared to play physically. And now it's sort of an individual thing, the Savo, and then leading up to the game is how you prepare. And I think just staying relaxed and sort of being ready for the challenge is important. Good boy. Yeah, I've got a Siberian Husky named Assassin. I've had him for 3.5 years. He's a cheeky little fella, but he might have had a pretty bad day at training, or he's had a bad game, and he's one thing that doesn't know and still treats you the same. So he's very beautiful, and I love him. This is sort of a time to just not think about footy and just sort of have some Heath time, as you would say. So it's good. Come on, let's go. Good boy. When I get to the ground, that's when you sort of get into game mode, I think, and I'm just someone who likes to listen to music and just sort of prepare that way. I don't get too much footy in the hand because that'll come with the the warm up, and then just sort of building up right to the bounce is sort of how it goes.
we start this game then. The Rucks go at it, one down by Bell Chambers.
Hocking back to Watson. Watson, well done off a step.
I coached him since he was in the under-10, so I've had a fair bit to do with him, and his time at Essendon's been fantastic. Essendon's just really developed him, I think, as a player and as a person, so no, really proud of him.
Yeah, my dad played a massive role in my junior career, and even now he was my coach for probably maybe 3 or 4 seasons out of the 8 junior seasons, so he's definitely a major mentor in my football career, and still to this day, I guess his support there and having him at training and at games is good.
There's Hocking, vacant goal square, and it's gone through for a goal. Out of nothing.
He's made himself part of the leadership group. It's a quality which we thought he probably had, but obviously the club's recognised that as well. And look, I think he's really happy just to do what he's got to do. So no, really proud of him.
And Geelong win the battle of the undefeateds. And they take the Bombers by 113 to 85.
Down in the Essendon rooms. So Howie.
Thanks, Jim. Pretty positive too in the Essendon rooms. We're joined by Heath Hocking, who did a fine job tonight on Joel Selwood. But as a team, Heath, you matched them for that first half. They're a good team though. They just got you the jump on you in that third quarter when you boys couldn't quite get the scoreboard pressure involved.
Yeah, they're definitely a great team, and we showed some positives out of it that we can match them, and they're the best team in the competition at the moment. So there's some positives that we could go with them and with our contested ball match them in that area. And yeah, I guess the third quarter is probably a bit disappointing with missing so many scoring shots.
Hey, well done, Heath. I thought your performance on Joel Selwood was outstanding as well. You've come up against the best. You've got a great record. How does he rate?
No, he's definitely up there. He's a hard footballer to play on. He's really good in the contest, and I guess one of his strengths is in the contest. So it's always exciting to come up against someone who's equally as good.
Heath, well done to you. You've had an outstanding start to the year. Always tough to front up after a loss, but we appreciate your time tonight.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.
Heath Hocking joining us tonight down in the Bombers' rooms, performed a very nice job on Joel Selwood.
There was periods in the game where we were too slow with the ball and gave them time to set up, and there was a period there where they were better at us at the contest. So being good in the contest, one of our strengths, so to go away from it was disappointing. But as I said earlier, we know we can play with the good teams with the game style. Game personally, not too bad. Obviously, plenty of stuff we can work on during the week, but we'll just get back to the drawing board for Brisbane next week. Yeah, it was a tough game against Geelong, and very disappointing not to come away with the win. But as football is, we've got to take it one week at a time, and we'll move on to next week. We were fortunate enough to be able to get on a plane to Mildura, little light aircraft, which was a bit of fun.
Make sure your seatbelts are on. There's a little bit of the weather around for the first 10 minutes or so.
Can I have a snake, Woodsy? Can I have a snake?
G'day, my name's Heath Hocking. I'm originally from Melbourne. I wear number 39. I've played 87 games. Ooh, nearly. Good goal. Good work. We're just at South Mildura Footy Ground, just doing a footy clinic for a few schools in the area, and we split into a few groups and just run them through some drills. We just mingle around and make sure we get around to the kids and make sure we try to teach them something, or just chat to them and hopefully make their day. Big kick, just here. Oh, gotta get your own footy. Oh. Well, we've had a weekend off from football. It's nice to do something a bit different than just playing footy, so enjoying ourselves. All the kids there, you know, we lost, but they were still happy to be there to see us, and it was just a great experience. It's mind-blowing with you know, being at Windy Hill now and then seeing what we're going to come to. It's just phenomenal with you know, the size of it. It's two and a half times the size of Windy Hill.
Essendon came to Songlines and approached us and saying that they wanted a song that the players could run out to that reflected the commitment that Essendon Football Club has with the Indigenous community and their Indigenous players.
Okay guys, it's Joe Watson here and I'm in the Kia conversation with one of our loyal Bomber supporters, Nicole. How long have you been an Essendon member for?
Been a member for 17 years.
So over your time supporting the club, there's been some fantastic players. Who would be your favourite of all time?
Definitely yourself, especially after the Brownlow win last year as well.
I told you to say that, didn't I?
Yeah, definitely. Couldn't not say it.
Yep. To say thank you for the continual support of the Essendon Football Club, Kia is offering substantial savings on all cars for anyone who's been a member for over 12 months. If you like the look of this Kia Optima, you could save up to $2,500 when you buy one just for supporting your team.
It's fantastic to see a fit-for-purpose facility that is going to project and position the football club for the next 100 years in terms of just the infrastructure you want to supply the players. In a broader sense, I guess it's a statement of ambition on behalf of the club to its members, to all of its stakeholders, to its corporate partners, and as we saw last year with free agents like Brendan Goddard, who wouldn't want to come and be a part of a football club in a facility like this?
We're now standing in the gym. This is a 750 square metre gym that leads straight out onto the oval. We've tried to keep everything, like the main football areas, on the one level, so it's easy to transition between the oval, the gym, and all the physio area, and the hot and cold pools, the hydrotherapy, the doctor. It's all on this level, so everyone can sort of work in together, but be in different areas at the same time.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably 3 times bigger than the gym we have now, so yeah, it's going to be great. It's mind-blowing with you know, being at Windy Hill now and then seeing what we're going to come to. It's just phenomenal with you know, the size of it. It's two and a half times the size of Windy Hill.
This is the hydrotherapy area. What we have here is 3 pools. There's a cold plunge pool, there's a hot plunge pool, and then there's a seated spa that can take 18 players. So as you see, this all sort of blends in and connects with all the workout and physio areas.
Yep.
And then through this, it just takes you into the players' showers and then into the locker room. So this is the locker room, the main players' locker room.
Yep.
Able to take 45 lockers.
Yep. So lockers will go all the way around the wall.
All the way around.
All in one room. It never ceases to amaze me as the look of surprise and delight as people's eyes go, wow. But actually now coming inside the building and getting a sense of the scale of it and all the facilities, it's a wow factor, and we're really excited to be able to share that with all of our key stakeholders.
So all the coaches' offices are through here. There's Hurdy's office here. You know,
has he picked that one, or is it?
Well, it's bigger than everyone else's, so it's his by default. This is the training hall. You've got a 60 metre by 40 metre synthetic grass playing surface.
Yep.
And that'll be signed off and accredited by the AFL.
Yep.
And in this first portion, we've got a full-size basketball court.
Yep, beautiful. And how high is the roof? Fletch was wondering, is he going to hit it?
Out in the morning sunshine.
Beautiful.
There's the MCG. Not quite, same size.
Good. Picturesque.
Oh, it does. It looks fantastic.
Well, I guess the really exciting thing is that whilst the building, as we literally can see, is still under construction and is probably several months away from, in reality, practical completion, the players have been on the oval, certainly the MCG side, since January. We've just had the Etihad side hand over to us as well, so there's an element of it that's already been put to work. So whilst it's not yet complete, and that'll probably be second half of the year, it's already under use.
It gets talked about, you know, how excited we are to move there, but then again, it's still a bit away, so it's more concentrating on just the footy at the moment, and it's sort of got to be a bonus once we move in. That's what we're going to get. I think, you know, players are going to be blown away by, you know, just how big it is and, you know, the facilities we're going to have.
Essendon came to Songlines and approached us and saying that they wanted a song that the players could run out to that reflected, I guess, the commitment that Essendon Football Club has with the Indigenous community and their Indigenous players. With Nathan Lovett-Murray on our board, we've always had really good support with Essendon Football Club as well as the AFL.
We engaged producer David Friday, and also we engaged a couple of Indigenous artists, Timber Possum Burns and also my cousin Jida, and they came together to put the song on, and also my Uncle Stan was involved in the process as well.
Jida's lyrics and melody is just really powerful and appropriate for what the song represents. And Jimba's a highly talented musician as well, and bringing his ideas and rhythms in there that seem to just really work well together. Both of them collaborated really well with David in coming up with the content of the music. It was really great to have all of their skills together in one room for one track, and David wrote it all together beautifully.
It's a Yorta Yorta song. We're Yorta Yorta people. We've got a strong heritage and background that we're very proud of. Music is a part of us sharing to the rest of the world about who we are and where we come from.
Basically, experiment is what we did, and you know, I'm just glad to be a part of that, and to bring our language out too, you know, and that's a strong thing. It makes me proud too, and it does. It makes you strong, you know, and you know, chant those words that my grandmother used to speak and all that, and yeah, I'm just glad to be a part of it. Really proud. So.
I think it's you know, something different, something unique. You know, Indigenous people have got the oldest living culture in the world, and to be able to combine some of that with like a modern song with the Essendon Football Club, you know, it's worked out really well.
Playing the that sort of music to an audience like there is here at the MCG is a powerful thing for Australian people to hear, because it is their culture. And people come together to watch the football, so they can also come together to learn a bit more about their culture.
It's about people, Indigenous and non-Indigenous people coming together and, you know, celebrating music and sport. You know, to hear, I guess, the final product, you know, I was very proud of it.
The respect and care that we show for each other is certainly very similar to my own family.
Caring about each other, how people are going on the field, off the field, you know, your family type scenario that a footy club becomes.
When you show care, I believe it leads to better improvement in performance.
You know, we've got a huge supporter base, very loyal supporters, and I think that you know, you have to respect what they give to the club and the importance that they have in the role, and that you're only an extension of what they do for you.
You care about everyone involved in your life, I suppose, from your family
family, your friends, and obviously your teammates and your coaches.
For me, it's very important, and it just provides happiness, and I think that it's something that should never be undervalued.
I remember the barrel against Brisbane in 2012, I suppose for the fact that when I kicked it, it did go out in the full, but I think I got a down the ground free kick or a 50-metre penalty, so I went sort of from the half-back line to the half-forward line.
Let's go the torpedo!
I think we were winning at the time, so it wasn't as though we had to win the game or anything like that. But I remember the crowd sort of getting involved as I was sort of moving up, and I ended up kicking the torpedo, and it went a fair way, but it obviously wasn't straight. And it went out of bounds on the full, and I did feel a bit of pressure to actually kick it because the crowd were getting involved. But seeing it go out in the full probably wasn't ideal.
It wasn't straight, but it was long. It was 80.
I think at three-quarter time, I heard he sort of walk past me and mention it to me, the top of the square or to the right side of your forwards next time would be ideal. So he sort of got the point across that, it's not about kicking long goals, it's about setting the team up. So after that, I sort of got to pick and choose when I kick the torpedo.
G'day guys, welcome to another edition of Dyson's Diary. Firstly, thanks for all the questions on Twitter last week. It was good kicking off the Twitter account. Bit of a disappointing result on Friday night. The old Cats were a bit too good for us, but we'll be right, we'll bounce back next week. I actually celebrated my 21st birthday yesterday, so it was really good. Spent time with the girlfriend and the family, so that was fantastic, and thanks to all, for all your messages. Really looking forward to the game against Brisbane this week, which will actually be my 50th, so a pretty exciting game, and hopefully we can get a big turnout there, and we'll see you guys there. Good on you guys, catch you next week.
Something that most people wouldn't know about me is that I'm elite on the trampoline. As a young kid, I used to every day after school get out there and get the old backflips and forward flips going.
Hardingham looks up, lovely kick to Davey.
Most annoying teammate, easily Ellen Davey. He's not far from me in my lockers, so I have to put up with him a fair bit during the day. He's probably the most immature on the list of someone who's got 4 kids. He acts like one of the kids, so he's good to be around, but he's also probably the most annoying. My favourite thing about being an AFL footballer would be running out in front of 53,000 plus every week, especially with being at Essendon. They get the main games every week, so it's it's a big difference from going from maybe 2,000 at the Waffle to the big crowds. Don't forget to visit the Essendon website to take part in the fan segment for your chance to win the Antler prize pack.
Alright guys, that's it from the Hangar this week. Now make sure we get down to Etihad Stadium this Saturday as we take on the Lions. This is the flight plan jumper we'll be wearing this week against the Lions. This is just to say thank you to all the fans who have donated to the flight plan. They're lucky enough to get their names imprinted on the jumper. Mine's there too, and after the game we'll be auctioning off these jumpers.
This has been a Fox Footy production for Fox Sports.